So right now the Pokemon market is in a little bit of a free fall, to be honest, along with everything else that's going on right now in the world. Regarding markets, not just the Pokemon market, but things are actually moving a little bit up, but mostly down in a lot of cases, especially when it comes to single card prices. Now, you may be seeing quite a lot around at the moment, people going, prices are crashing, the market's falling, everything's going to zero. I don't know what's going on, right? Like, from what people are saying, it seems a bit extreme. The best way I see it is there's a lot of market correction happening. And if you look at places like TCG Player, where single cards are very heavily manipulated, you got to take everything with a pinch of salt, okay? However, there have been cards that have been falling because of what has been going on, not just within the Pokemon market, but just the world in general. Now, one thing I will say right now is reprints are coming, all right? Now, however much there will be, we don't know, but reprints are on their way, and that will cause a little bit of, I wouldn't say panic, but a little bit of concern when it comes to single card value. So we'll be looking at the market today over on TCG Player. We've got a couple of articles to look at where they go through the biggest movers in the market right now. We'll take a look and see what's going on. Okay, so we have here the biggest movers and shakers. This was last week, so we'll look at 2 different weeks worth, and we're going to be going through what is going on right now regarding the Pokemon market. Now, it has here actually booster boxes, so not just single cards. I kind of touched on this the other day with Journey Together, that the fact is that prices are falling, especially for the seal product. And if we look at the price chart, we'll go back to the past month, so obviously hasn't been out that long. These booster boxes were around about $300. I would say like $270, $280 for the enhanced, and we're now looking at around about $213. If you take away the promo, it's probably around about $200. Still expensive in my opinion. It's over MSRP for a set that's just come out, but it has been falling, which is good news for people that might want to just collect it and open it and have fun, because it is a fun set to open. Now, the downside is whether or not Pokemon are going to reprint these enhanced booster boxes or not. Are they going to reprint the enhanced version? Are they going to reprint the non-enhanced version? We just don't know yet. So keep an eye out, because if they don't reprint the enhanced version, then these might go up. But if they do reprint the enhanced version, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. So other cards that have fallen, of course, a lot of them has fallen from Journey Together. Journey Together has really good pull rates. It's a small set. A lot of people have kind of been opening up this set as well, I guess because it is fun, right? We just came from Prismatic, where it was terrible to open, and we now got a set which is fun again, which is what people want. And to me, that's what we want, right? So we look at the price chart for the Lily's Clefairy. This thing has fallen like crazy, dropping like over 50% since its release. I do expect it to fall even more because 1, the set's getting cheaper, and 2, the pull rates aren't that difficult. I think it's like 2 special illustration rares per case, which is, not too bad, but because there's so little amount of special illustration rares in the set, it doesn't make it that bad. So yeah, interesting one indeed. Salament's one of my favorite cards in the set. I do like the look of this. It's actually my favorite special illustration rare. I think this one looks absolutely incredible. Now this one has also been falling. Let's take a look at this. So it was $240. It did drop to $120, then it went back up to $140, and now it's been going down a little bit as well. So this is another one that has been falling. Nice one again, kind of the similar fate to the Lily's Clefairy. Vaporeon, so Prismatic prices have been rising. We've seen a lot of the special illustration rares, even the non-EVs, go up in value, and they've been doing reasonably well, which is actually quite interesting. I mean, Prismatic is an interesting one in itself because very tough pull rates, is expensive. It's now hard to get hold of, especially for a good price as well. These prices, these cards are just doing bits, right? We look at nearly $400 from a climb of $300. So yeah, the Vaporeon is doing incredibly well from Prismatic. The Leafeon again has recovered quite well. Was $500 for like the pre-release, like prices, like $350, and now gained another $100 on the value. Kind of similar fate to the Vaporeon. And then we're getting some rainbow rares from Lost Thunder. We have an Ultra Beast, which is kind of unusual, right? Not normally a fan favorite Pokemon here. $10, doubling over double price into 22. I mean, Lost Thunder is expensive, and getting hold of a rainbow rare is tough. So yeah, very, very interesting. I love Lost Thunder. It's a pretty cool set. Then we got the Yveltal from XY Base EX coming in, $37. Has been trickling up ever so slightly over the past 3 months. On the past year, it is at a really good high point. You know, again, people moving towards older stuff. And I mentioned in a previous video, a lot of people looking at older stuff. When Scarlet Violet is getting so expensive and hard to get hold of, people going, hang on a minute, let's look at older stuff. Will be Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, XY, and so on and so forth. Okay, now we're going to look at the biggest shakers of this week. Let's take a look at this one. This is going to be interesting. So, first week price shifts. This is quite cool. We've got the Journey Together, the 10 biggest cards in the set. Give you guys an idea of what's happening with the prices. So, according to this, this is the first week. Okay, daily average market price. So, everything's gone down. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. There is one that's gone up, which is the gold. Gone up by 16%. But we've had some massive drops. I mean, over 20% for some of the big cards is pretty huge. Got 20% there for the Hopzation. But yeah, across the board, we're seeing a lot of cards. Insurrection we've pulled so many times. It is unreal. I'm surprised this doesn't drop even more. This seems to be like by far the most common illustration rare that I've pulled. It is unbelievable how many Insurrection I've pulled. It's just bonkers, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, we got a few cards here to give you an idea. A lot of these have been falling in price. I did mention it before about Journey Together. Speaking of the Reshiram, let's take a look at this one. Like I said, I've pulled this like an insane amount. I love the artwork, by the way. The artwork is pretty sweet. So this one has gone from about a $40 card down to about $19. I think the promo's even less than this. If you bought the enhanced booster box. Okay, I don't think it's great, but there you go. But the artwork's cool, right? The artwork's cool, whether or not it's got a stamp on it or not. Then we've got the Wailord. I do know a lot of people that do like this artwork. I think it's kind of cool. Not a huge fan of Wailord anyway, but it, you know, pretty cool art anyway. So this one was $60, and then it dropped to $40, then round about 30-ish, and now around 20. Could drop even more. Like I say, if the pull rates are as good as they are, which they are, there isn't a huge amount of illustration rares in this set. So, although saying that, there are definitely some illustration rares that we just haven't seen, and we've seen like, I think we've opened up like maybe 4 or 5, but probably a case. I would say we probably opened up a case now of Journey Together, and we have seen like 5 or 6, probably 6 Reshiram. Yeah, compared to some of the others, we've seen like 1 or 2 of. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, and then of course you got the biggest cards in set. Everything is pretty much falling. Even the illustration rares are falling as well. Then we got the M Mega Blastoise EX from XY. A lot of Megas we've seen go up in price because the announcement of Mega Pokemon coming back. This one here, we're looking at around about $15 going up to $20. And over the past year has been ever so slowly climbing, but seen a little bit of a boost over the past month or so due to the announcements, which is pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan of the Megas, but still pretty cool. Then we've got the Charizard EX from Flashfire. Incredible set. One of the few XY era sets I actually like. I don't like that many, but this is a wicked looking Charizard. $178, going up from $145. Go back a year, it has just seen a huge spike at the back end of last year. Big jump, and it dipped a little bit, and now it's climbed to its all-time high. Very, very cool. Very expensive set as well. Celebi and Venusaur GX Team Up Tag Team. I expect a lot of tag team cards to start climbing. I think a lot of them have, but I do expect a lot of them to start climbing because they are big fan favorites. I love the cards. Over the past 3 months, this card's gone from $13 to over $30. Holy smokes. We go over the past year. Look at this big spike it's had in 2025. Absolutely huge. It was like a $10, $12 card. I don't think I have this. I actually collected a lot of tag team cards, like regular GXs, but I don't think I have this one. I might have to. I think I'm missing this one. I might have to go and pick it up. But yeah, I do expect a lot of tag team. Someone did ask me the other day, do I think tag team Pokemon are coming back, like in the future, like in you know, an upcoming generation or whatever. I think it will. Yeah, just like we've seen the return of EXs and stuff and Megas. I think we'll get tag teams at some point. Probably not too far away. Would probably be my guess. So you have it, guys. That's what's been going on in the market regarding the singles and a little bit of sealed right now. Like, I think a lot of people are going towards older stuff like Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, XY, mainly because there's some really nice cards that are quite cheap as well. We did see a big boom in the illustration rares happen not too long ago, Wind, Scarlet, Violet era, and they have dropped. A lot of them have fallen quite substantially from that high. And the thing is that's not the only thing. We've seen big SIRs, the big Pikachu from Surgeon, Greninja, so on and so forth, fall quite heavily. Some of them over $100. So we have seen big falls across the board regarding the singles. It's just the sealed that is holding on for dear hope right now. I do expect them to fall when reprints come and we move into the summer where things just kind of cool off a little bit normally anyway. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Of course, Destined Rivals is going to change the market a little bit, but I think it's very set at the moment on where we are. If it's fun to the video and you enjoyed it, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe for more Pokemon content. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments regarding these cards or any other cards where you've seen big price swings. Prismatic's going up in the single card prices, especially for the biggest cards. However, if you look at the rest of the Scarlet and Violet era, we are seeing falls across the board. And now's a good time to pick up some singles that you could be missing, might want to get for your collections, which is pretty good. But that's it for me, guys, in today's video. If you want more Pokemon content, make sure to click the video on the screen, and of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.